Go.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Jasmine's Storytime. Today we are going to be reading The Spider and the Fly. Now let's get started. This is all going to be in black and white, by the way, so don't try to find one with color. Will you walk into my parlor? Said the spider to the fly. 'Tis the prettiest little parlor that you ever did spy. The way into my parlor is up a winding stair, and I have many curious things to show you when you're there. Oh, no, said the little fly. To ask me is in vain, for who goes up your winding stairs can ne'er come down again. Here's the picture. It's the heavy book. I'm sure you must be very weary, dear, with soaring up so high. Will you rest upon my little bed? Said the spider to the fly. There are pretty curtains drawn around. The sheets are fine and thin. If you like to rest a while, I'll snugly tuck you in. Oh, no, said the little fly, for I've often heard it said they never wake again who sleep upon your bed. And then a ghost of one of the bugs that he ate is holding a book, The Joy of Cooking Bugs, because he's a spider. The cunning spider said to the fly, Dear friend, what can I do to prove the warm affection I've always felt for you? Within my pantry, a good store of all that's nice. I'm sure you're very welcome. Will you please take a slice? Here's the dining table. Everything's bugs. Oh, no, said the little fly. Kind sir, that cannot be. I've heard what's in your pantry, and I do not wish to see. There's her turning away. Sweet creature, said the spider, you're witty and you're wise. How handsome are your gauzy wings, how brilliant are your eyes. I have a little looking glass upon my parlor shelf. If you'd step in one moment, dear, you shall behold yourself. She's looking into the looking glass, which is actually a soda can, tab. Thank you, gentle sir, she said, for what you're pleased to say, and binding your good morrow now. I'll call another day. I'll call another day. The spider turned him around about and went into his den, for while he knew the silly fly would soon come back again. So he wove a supple web in a little corner sly. Then he set his table ready to dine upon the fly. There he is, walking back to his home, the little dollhouse, upon a stack of books. He came out to his door again and merrily did sing. Come, Heather, pretty fly, with the pearl and silver wing. Your robes are green and purple. There's a crest upon your head. Your eyes are like the diamond bright, but mine are dull as lead. For he is singing at the top of his home. Alas, how very soon this silly little fly, hearing his really flattering words, came slowly fluttering by. With a buzzing wing, she swept along and nearer drew. thinking only of her brilliant eyes and green and purple hue, thinking only of her crested head. Poor foolish thing, at last! Up jumped the cunning spider and fiercely held her fast. There he is, shoving her into his hat. He dragged her up his winding stairs into his dismal den, within his little parlor, but she ne'er came out again. There she is, with other people who got woven in the web. She's in the center right here. And now, dear little children, who may the story read, to idle, silly, flattering words I pray you ne'er give head. And to an evil counselor, close heart and ear and eye, take a lesson from this tale of the spider and the fly. R.I.P. Next page. Dear sweet creatures, no doubt you have finished a delicious tale and are surprised by this little tragedy. But then again, what did you expect from a story about a spider and a fly? Happily ever after? Spiders are trappers, for goodness sake. We've been doing it for generations, and we're quite good at it. Even your behold Charlotte in E.B. White's classic Charlotte's Web admitted as much. But alas, the poor dear never capitalized on her fortune. Now, if I was in her shoes, I would be eating bacon. With a wealth of knowledging about spiders and our crafty carnivorous ways, I think my web would be pretty empty. Not days passes without a hapless bug or two stopping by. What's a spider to do? To be completely fair, my most recent dinner guest upon a compatible fight. But now I am a talented and presented hunter with many schemes up my sleeves. And now you can see I always get my bug. And what do all this talk of spiders and traps have to do with you? Be warned, little dears, and know that spiders are not the only hunters, and bugs are not the only victims. Take what has transferred within these pages to heart, or you might find as well trapped in some schemer's web. Bon appetit, spider. That's the end of our little tale. I hope you enjoyed.